This is Luis from Rite Passage, Mexico, once again, sharing our experiences with these medicines, with the work that we're doing with these medicines. We have with here our patient that is currently in the program. I'm going to give him a chance to introduce himself, and then we'll get into like his experience so far with the whole process, so you guys can kind of get to hear his version of it. So if you could introduce yourself, brother.
Yeah, man. My name's Anthony Martinez. Came here for fentanyl and meth. I was using on and off for years. Started when I was about 16 with pills. Quickly moved to Oxycontins and then heroin.
Was that like recreational use, or
yeah,
was it like an injury, or?
Well, I broke my bone. I broke a few bones during sports in high school, but once the oxys came around, that's when the real addiction started. When I was...
You were like 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Were you currently like in school and stuff there, or?
Yeah, man. Yeah, doing it at school and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then that quickly led to heroin, and then shortly after that, fentanyl, and yeah, very, very bad. I'm lucky to be alive.
Okay. So let's say, okay, so you started like around 16. How fast do you think, like from 16 to what age do you think it developed into like heroin?
Probably by like 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then...
Had you done rehab at that point in time?
No, just methadone clinic.
Okay.
Tried that maybe 7 times. One time it worked, but that was only because I was motivated to go to the Navy. So,
okay,
you know, having motivation like that really helps.
Okay.
But trading one addiction for another is the Western way, and it just wasn't working for me.
Okay, and what's your age right now, brother?
36.
36, so that's pretty much
20 years.
20 years into it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. When you came here, you told me that you had been into like a detox program or something right before you came here?
Yeah, so a little backstory. CPS came to my house. I was doing fentanyl and meth at the time. Luckily, I wasn't home. And I was given a choice, go to rehab or get your kids taken. And so I went to Texas. I'm from California, Sacramento. I went to Texas so that I wouldn't run home. And one thing led to another. Just the whole way that rehab is, it's like a revolving door. They treat you like cattle. It's all an insurance scheme. My insurance had run out while I was there, and they were about to kick me out. And one thing led to another, and I eventually left and ran straight here. But it was a long trip to get here.
So let me ask you, like, how did you find out about like the plant medicines, like about Ibogaine? Because that's what you were initially like searching for, right?
Yep.
When you called?
Yeah, well, I was in rehab the first time I called you. It's probably like day 2 or 3. I was in crisis mode, you know, going through withdrawals. They were just keeping me numb.
Was this through like a Google search, or somebody recommended you, or?
Yeah, Google search. I was just lucky enough to get your number.
Okay.
And then you answered, and I could tell by the way that you talked to me that you were a genuine person and you truly care about people.
Okay. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you then, after we spoke about you, like the possibility of you coming here, I mean, it was quite a journey, right?
Yeah.
Like, you were gonna come in. I think the plan was for you to come in like on a Thursday or Friday. Kind of tell us a little bit about your journey from there to like California, brother.
Yeah, so ended up in Fort Worth, Texas, and had to take the train all the way to California. Day 1, train was about to leave. We were literally rolling on the tracks, and then word came in that a Freightliner had derailed ahead of the way, so the train had to back all the way up. It was just a thing. I had to get a hotel for the night and wait it out. Day 2, something similar happened. I forgot what it was, but for some reason the train, oh, that's what it was. So I made it part of the way, and then the train was late for my connection, so I had to stay in the next city, basically homeless at this point. It was a mission to get here, but I powered through it, and I'm glad that I did.
Yeah, for sure. So the program that Anthony's supposed to go through is a 14-day program in which we pretty much work with Cambo, Bufo, Ibogaine, and ayahuasca to help detox, to pretty much get him back on his feet, to help with his emotional, psychological levels before he goes home, and to pretty much get that reset that Ibogaine provides. Right now, you're on day number 4, right? So the day that you came in, brother, you came in pretty much with a little bit of kind of a detox already beforehand.
Sure.
So when you came in, your withdrawal wasn't really like at its worst, but because you had already pretty much done that a little bit before coming in.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst in regards to like withdrawal, where do you think your withdrawal was at when you came in?
So I will say that I spent 11 days at rehab, and it took me 4 days to travel. So I was essentially 15 to 16 days off of fentanyl by that time. But I was using kratom to stay comfortable for the ride, stuff like that. So I wasn't completely sober. My withdrawal symptoms when I got here, I would say being dramatic, a 5, really a 3.
Okay, all right. Now you're on day 4. On day 4, we pretty much already got you past that first hump of like the physical aspect. On day 2, we do Cambo, we do NAD as soon as he comes in, the day he comes in, and then on day 2, we do Cambo in the morning. We do, blood work, but we do Cambo to help with like the withdrawal symptoms. We do more NAD drip with vitamins and minerals. And then we do Bufo in the evening. The morning of day 2, where do you think your withdrawal was? Did you sleep that night? Did you like get a little bit of rest?
I got a little bit of rest just because my trip here was such a thing. But
yeah, you hadn't slept, right? Before coming in?
It had probably been 2 or 3 days. I couldn't sleep on the train.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was, restless legs, waking up sweaty, the usual, withdrawal symptoms. Not like full on withdrawal, but still waking up with cold sweats and in a puddle of sweat and stuff like that, which is triggering for me. Mm-hmm. And the Cambo, man.
Yeah, how was your Cambo experience, man?
So I remember that morning I had found out that my grandma had had a stroke and she's in the hospital. And that night I had had a very bad argument with my ex, and I had a lot of resentment towards her because of that, because I kind of felt like it was karma, like she caused that. And this lady it's her grandma, but she's my grandma, like it's that type deal. And I just remember being so angry with her. I sent her, I literally told her that it was karma for the night before, and I regret saying that now. But the Cambo, I didn't expect it to be what it was. I literally, once the poison hit my arm, you feel this heat coming from the floor up through your body, and I could have swore I felt something just pluck all that anger and resentment out of me, and it felt like I lifted up for a second and I got lighter, and afterwards I was just really cold and just wanted to sleep. And when I woke up from it, I felt peaceful. Mm-hmm. Peaceful.
Okay. Your withdrawal, was there any improvement on your withdrawal after the Cambo?
Yeah, quite a bit. Mainly just watery eyes and yawning.
Okay. After the Cambo, after patients do Cambo, they eat something. Appetite isn't that great when you're coming off of opiates, but you start with eating something, kind of helps you recover also. You do your next IV drip, and then later on, you're pretty much programmed for bufo that same evening. Before going into the bufo, where do you think your mind was at? Like, how was like your state of mind at that time before bufo?
As for withdrawals, mild. I was definitely ready for the experience. I knew about it, so it wasn't scary for me. I could imagine how scary it would be for others. Giving up control like that, it's hard to do, but it's so worth it.
How was your experience with bufo? How did it go?
So we did the ritual, and then the bufo, which is the toad, 5-MeO DMT, is insane. You leave your body, and I don't even remember where I went, but I remember returning with answers and gratitude and just thankfulness, and I was just crying and crying, just tears of joy for being able to just let go for once, you know?
Okay. You think it was scary?
Not at all. No, not at all. Not at all. As soon as I laid down, so I took the hit, laid down. As soon as my head hit the pad, I was gone. It was just like, I heard the drums, and it was just like, whoop, 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 and I was gone. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Just gone. And then I don't know how long I was gone for, but the first thing I saw was your face, and it was just like it should have been.
Okay. Do you feel there was some kind of improvement after the bufo?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just gratitude and excitement for the future. It really does do something to your brain. It's crazy. I've saw reports of it fixing strokes. I've seen many stories on it. I've done my research, which if you're gonna come here, you should do your research. That way you expect what's coming. But it is very, very true what's happening with that medicine.
Okay. Yeah, and in our case, most of the time, like that first bufo that we do in the beginning of the program, it's kind of it's basically to help your brain produce a little bit more endorphins and serotonin, help kind of take the edge off with the withdrawal symptoms and get you to the next part of the process, right? On day 3, we do a treatment called the Ibogaine boosters. We pretty much cut down your withdrawal symptoms to where it's a lot more manageable, a lot more bearable with Ibogaine in small doses. We don't do a full flood on day 3 like most places do. We basically want to get you ready for an actual flood like on day 10. So on day 3, we focus most of the day on giving small doses of the Ibogaine throughout the day to pretty much cut down your withdrawal symptoms. In your case, we did about 3 boosters starting around 10, 11 in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
And then went from there with about 2 hours in between each dose. You took about 3 boosters total.
Yeah.
In the morning of day 3, where do you think your withdrawal was at?
About a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
Just watery eyes and yawning still. Maybe some restless legs.
Okay. The first dose, you usually don't feel anything. You didn't feel anything probably till like the last dose, right? Like improvement?
Honestly, I felt the same thing throughout. It was more so, I didn't really feel much, but like if I was talking to somebody and something like got my adrenaline going or something, I would feel this weird like jolt, like almost like the medicine wanted to take me, but it just wasn't enough yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's it.
And then withdrawals after the Ibogaine boosters, where do you think it was at? Did you feel any improvement, any changes? Or?
They were essentially gone. The next day I slept from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then I woke up with a little bit of restlessness. But other than that, I was able to go to the gym today, which that is today,
Mm-hmm.
and do 40 minutes of sauna, which was grueling. 40 minutes of sauna, which was grueling. And then I woke up with a little bit of restlessness. But other than that, I was able to go to the gym today, which that is today, and do 40 minutes of sauna, which was grueling. 40 minutes of sauna, which was grueling. But one thing I do want to say about the other facilities is I talked to many, and none of them do it like this. It's well worth it to go through the actual rituals and with somebody that you trust, for sure.
Yeah, so we're on day 4 now, right? At this point, we already got patients kind of through the worst of the withdrawal symptoms. They're already eating. They're already doing pretty much like a schedule of activities to help them like cleanse their body, get them healthy, get them strong, and get that energy slowly back into place. And trying to get that brain to kind of reset on its own even before the actual full flood. Today, we basically got you through a whole schedule of like activities.
Oh yeah.
I could tell from the day you come in, we usually notice like between day 4 and day 6, like improvement just physically. Today I noticed like your skin tone is already starting to come back into color. Like
Yeah.
you're not pale, like where like most patients come in pretty much like I say they come in like zombies when they come in, right?
Yeah.
Do you notice at this point like an improvement that kind of tells you, you know what, I can actually get through this, or
Yeah.
how do you feel at this point right now in the
Absolutely.
process?
I mean, there's still those, the addict brain is, old habits die hard. They really do. And there's been times where I was like, man, I'd kill for a vape right now, or a cigarette, or whatever, and it's just, it goes away very quickly. And I can imagine coming here not like I did, coming here fresh off of whatever drug you're coming here would be much more difficult, but trust the process because it does work.
All right. So this is the beginning of the process. I'm going to continue posting like his progress during the treatment. Let him share his experience with you guys so you guys can kind of just hear his story and his experience here with us, and continue from there. Is there anything that you want to share at this point that you want to like just let people know, like in regards to like where your mind is, your emotions are at, like your sentiment right now?
No, I feel great. I'm talking to family again. They all say I look better already, and if you can, try to detox before you come here. That's all I got.
Yeah, definitely. Well, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
My pleasure, dude.